Hi, I'm Dorinda from PrimordialDor Tarot, and I'm here to do a Sagittarius reading today for May the 22nd to May the 25th, 2025. I'm using the Thoth Tarot deck, and I'm going to do a Celtic cross. I'm doing it for the collective of Sagittarius, so it may resonate, it may not. So take what resonates and leave the rest behind. At this time, I'd appreciate it if you could hit the like and subscribe button. It costs you nothing to subscribe. Helps me build this channel, and I appreciate it very much. Thank you. Just going to cut the deck for Sag. My Sag friends. Okay. All right. Calling upon the universe. Can we have some messages, please, for Sagittarius? For Sagittarius, please. All right. Bottom of the deck's the overall. Bottom of the deck, we have the Ten of Wands. We have Saturn and Sagittarius, oppression. Okay, a 10 indicates that some timeline in your life is coming to an end. Could be a living situation, could be a work situation, could be a love situation, but something's coming to an end now. And this is oppression, okay? This is, crude rage, people keeping you down. You can't be yourself. You can't say what you really want to say. You can't be what you really want to be because someone won't like it. Or it could be at work, you're being held down. You're not getting the raises. You're not getting the promotions. Something like that. Could be in a living situation. You feel oppressed. You're not free to be yourself. Something like that. Okay? So something's coming to an end now. And it's oppression. So you want it to come to an end. Can't be over fast enough, right? Okay, Sagittarius. Present situation. We have the Prince of Cups. All right, well, he's all about love. He's looking for his princess. He's looking for a place to build his new home. He's bringing the cup of love right there. He's highly intelligent. He's loving. He's giving. And he's looking for his princess. And he's riding in. And one thing about him is he's letting you know that you might have some thought patterns or belief systems that have been holding you back from the proper kind of love. Maybe that you've just thought that way since you were a kid. Maybe you were taught those belief systems growing up. But maybe they're not really working for you. Maybe you have different ideas. So, you can, a belief's only a thought you've been thinking. So you can change the thought you're thinking and you can change the belief system. Because maybe you've been taught something and that's the thing that's holding you back from this wonderful prince coming in. Okay? So if you just tweak it a little bit, make it more your own, maybe then all the love's going to come in. Okay, your challenge is Jupiter and Capricorn to a dischange. Okay, well, there's the tweaking. There's the tweaking right there. Do a few little changes and can make all the difference in the world. It's this infinity symbol. What goes around comes around. The only constant thing in life is change. That's it. That's the only thing. So there you go. That's your challenge. You just might have to make a couple of little changes to the way you're thinking and what your expectations are in love. Okay? Because, sometimes it's not going to come the way you think it's going to come or the way you want it to come. It's going to come a different way. And you got to be open to it. Okay, Sagittarius? You just never know. But change is coming, and change is good. All right. In your below position, we have Jupiter and Libra, 4 swords truce. Okay, well, if there was any squabbling or fighting in your life, that's over now. And this card is the same as the Prince of Cups, too. It's here to remind you that you might have some thought patterns and belief systems that are holding you back, not just from love, but from, all kinds of things in life, financial, things like that, right? And just the way you've been thinking, and it's just probably taught to you growing up, and maybe, you've got to change. This is exactly. Change is right in between these two cards. All right? You may have thought patterns and belief systems holding you back from this beautiful love. So you make some tweaks, some changes. This card here too is the same message. You might have thought patterns and belief systems holding you back from gaining money and happiness in the world, not just love, you know, the work side of it and everything like that. And the answer is change. It's right in the middle. Wow, what a beautiful reading. You know, you just have to tweak a few things and then it'll all come to you. Wow, that's fantastic. In the past position, which could be yesterday, last week, or 5 years ago, we have the Queen of Discs. Okay, well, she's all about material resources and wealth and creating a system that grows, expands, thrives, and brings the revenue in constantly. And she's not doing it. She's done it. She looks back at that path she's walked. She has created her beautiful paradise up in the mountains, okay? And she's super wise, and she's contented, and she's happy, and she's done it in her life, okay? And this is, you know, a beautiful energy of creating something new about material resources, you know. And maybe you've got some of this energy going on now. You changed up a little bit. And maybe this was last week and you're thinking about starting something new, a new endeavor that creates wealth, okay? And that's what she indicates. And she's a beautiful, you know, entrepreneurial, start something up energy that has to do with wealth. All right, your future position, Sagittarius. You have Major Arcana, you have the Hanged Man. All right, well, this is about taking a time out, isolation, contemplation, getting a new perspective on things. Because you've got to, you know, change some belief systems up somehow that has to do with the money and the love. So you need to take a time out and think about things, you know, because you can't change your belief systems. You got to think about it first, right? What's holding you back? And this is the card. This is the card, the Hangman. You take a time out and think about things and get a new perspective. And then when you come out of that, you know, meditation, perfect for it, right? And you'll get some new ideas. They'll just maybe come to you a day or two later. All of a sudden you'll think of something. I'm going to change that. And then that's all you needed to do. That was what you do, you know, the change. That small tweaking, that small change. And make all the difference in the world. All right, Sagittarius, what a great reading. All right, your near future position, you have Mars and Capricorn, 3 disc work. And this is a beautiful card. All right, and this is, you know, this is about work, but work that makes you happy. Work that you're very interested in. Work you love to do. Collaboration with other people, perhaps. Or making a hobby that you love to do, you know, painting, photography, you know, I say landscaping, making beautiful gardens, things like that you like to do, but then doing it for full time, okay? And so you want to go to work. You love what you're doing instead of the old drag. You know, you have to do it because you need the paycheck, but you're not really happy there. This is the opposite. And working with other people as well, bringing in professionals and, you know, collaborating and creating something beautiful and new. And that would be this Queen of Discs here. That would be her, that energy, starting that new thing that's going to bring in some wealth. All right? Beautiful, beautiful reading. Wow. Sagittarius. You know, do something that you love. You got, you know, comes a time in life where you're tired of just going to a job for the job and the paycheck. You know, you're just wasting your life. Do you feel like you're wasting your life sitting there every day doing that? Oh, I did. And you got to get out and do something more satisfying, more fulfilling. All right, so in your internal position, you have Mars and Scorpio. 5 of Cups, disappointment. All right, well, everybody's had disappointments in life, so you're thinking about the disappointments. You know, this is the worst card you got here, so that's not too bad. You're just thinking, you know, we all have to have disappointments because you have to know one end of the stick to know the other end of the stick. You got to know the disappointment to know the happiness, you know. You got to have the contrast. It's called contrast. So you're thinking about the disappointments, okay? But, you know, the cards here, change. Just change some thought patterns and make all the difference in the world. Take that time out with the Hangman. All right? And you'll get inspiration to start that new thing. So don't be sitting there worrying about the disappointments. All right, in your environment, Sagittarius, you have the beautiful Princess of Cups. Well, she's all about love and fantasies and desires and sexuality, sensuality. She's floating with the dolphin and the swan. And these are crystals coming off of her. Just dynamite, just beautiful. And this is in your environment. I'm getting goosebumps. There could be someone in your environment like this. And now we have a couple in this reading, the Prince and the Princess of Cups. Okay, so, you know, you tweak a few thoughts, change some belief systems, and the princess is out there in your environment. Wow, look at that. Sagittarius, that beautiful love is out there for you. And you have a new work situation, and it's all about just changing some thought patterns. That's all that was needed. That's all that was needed. Wow, this is amazing. Just amazing. And there she is, walking around in your environment. So keep your heads up. Look, all right. Okay, in your hopes and fears, we have the magnificent Knight of Discs. Okay, he rides in on that Shire horse who has all 4 feet planted on the ground. He's solid, stable, secure. You know, that horse. I love that horse. He doesn't flinch. He doesn't flinch, and neither does the man riding him. He's the man with the plan. He carries that shield of creativity. He's looking for a fertile valley to build his new establishment. He has all these cultivated fields behind him. So he loves to create and make beautiful landscapes and the creation of food and everything like that, and building a home. He's the planner, the architect, the engineer. Okay, this one here. And he's looking for his queen, all right, to build a beautiful castle for her. And he is the man. And he's all about creating wealth, you know, in a situation and building something that grows and expands and the revenue keeps coming in. That's what he's all about. And now, Sagittarius, we have another couple in this reading. You got the Prince and Princess of Cups, and you got the Knight and the Queen of Discs. So you've got love, and you've got this stability here about, you know, creating wealth and something that lasts and brings the revenue in continually. Look at these two. I just, in 10 cards, you got 2 couples. Wow, look at that, Sag. It could go either way. You got the love and you're going to build something stable. Wow, look at that. 10 cards, and you got 4 of them. They match up. Mates. Wow, Sagittarius, what a reading. Looks like good things are coming to you. And all started with just changing, you know, a couple of thought patterns. And look what's available to you when you do that. My mind is blown. This is, wow. Final card in the outcome of this reading, Sag, is the Ace of Swords. Okay, that's the Magician's sword cutting through the clouds to clarity. So you're seeing the truth now. You've been crowned 22 rays, 11 and 11. This is seeing the truth. Nothing's hidden from you at this time now. You trust your gut instinct at this time, Sagittarius. Everything's right there waiting for you. And all it might take is just a little tweaking of thought patterns. Wow, a little bit of change. And you got the high knowing. And you got 2 couples in this reading. It's unbelievable. Sagittarius, what a great reading. Okay? And you're going to get out of this oppression. Leave that behind. All right? And get something new going. Change. High intuition. Oh my goodness, what a reading. I'd like to conclude with one animal spirit card, please, for Sagittarius. Wow. 1 card for Sag, please. 1 card for Sagittarius, please. 1 card for Sag. There we go. What do we got? Snake spirit. Time to heal. All right, Sag. You got to heal from this oppression. Okay? So you take a time out. You take a time out with this Hangman. And it's about healing as well. Okay? Because you've been in an oppressive situation. Take time out to heal. Take time out. All right, Sag, that was a fabulous reading. I enjoyed it. I hope you did. And I'll catch you next time.